More than 1 in 3 people will face cancer in their lifetime. Unfortunately, fear can stop you from getting cancer screening, but it won't stop cancer. Early detection can save your life. Don't wait for symptoms to appear to act. Cancer screening is safe, effective, and accessible for everyone, including free or low-cost screening programs. Go to cancerscreenquiz.com now and take the American Cancer Society's 2-minute cancer screening quiz to find out what screening tests are right for you. Don't wait. Take the quiz. Get screened. Go to cancerscreenquiz.com now. Cancerscreenquiz.com.
Now through February 2nd, join a clean and spacious Planet Fitness for zero enrollment and only $10 a month. With tons of equipment and free fitness training, it's the perfect place for everybody to work out.
Even me, mother of very fussy triplets and one very colicky husband.
Especially you, Supermom. You'll release endorphins and have more energy.
I remember having energy.
Start feeling fit-tacular today. Join in club or at planetfitness.com. Zero enrollment, $10 a month, cancel anytime. Deal ends February 2nd. See club for details.
Roses are red, violets are blue. Don't let wild pubes wreck you. Valentine's Day is just around the corner, and our sponsors at Manscaped are here for you with the best tools to get your balls ready for the special occasion. This V-Day, it's time to join the 4 million men worldwide who trust Manscaped, the leaders in below-the-waist grooming, with our exclusive offer. Go to manscaped.com and use code TAGS, T-A-G-S, for 20% off and free shipping. What is going on? You are watching and listening to our Wednesday live show called Tags Live, and I'm your host, Steve V, alongside Kodi Maurice Doggette in Brooklyn. How you doing, Kodi?
Hello, darling. I'm wonderful. I have a new single coming out. Oh, cheers.
Cheers. You have your audio set, correct? To the right one?
Yes, I do.
Yeah.
I do.
Okay, good. Got it. Perfect. Tell us, that's right. You have a brand new single tomorrow on Apple Music. I am so excited. It's by one of my favorite singers. But you tell us.
Oh, yes. Me and the wonderful Jack Tracy. He produced the song. He invited me to be on the song. So it's under his name. It's featuring me, but it's available for iTunes. It's a remake of the Aaliyah classic, If Your Girl Only Knew. It's so amazing. I'm hitting all those high notes. It's chef's kiss.
I mean, I've heard your voice and I love your voice so much. And the fact that it's going to be to the incomparable just Aaliyah. I love her music. This is going to be good. Are you happy with it?
I'm so excited. I'm so nervous. I have like.
Well, I mean, I asked this because I mean, you probably like the way you sound great, but when it's in the hands of somebody else, like a producer, do you like how it all came out?
Oh yeah, the track is amazing. He made me sound amazing. Which isn't hard, honey. But yes.
Okay, where can people find it?
Final product. So it's everywhere. Yeah. So Spotify, Apple Music.
Tell the people the name of it and exactly what to look under.
Jack Tracy, If Your Girl Only Knew. He's releasing it on the 27th of January.
And you know how people get crazy with different versions of Tracy with the I, Tracy with the Y. Is it Jack? Spell it out for the people.
Jack Tracy, Tracy. No crazy anything.
If Your Girl Only Knew.
Just me. If Your Girl Only Knew, yes.
Ooh, I cannot wait for this. Yes, Teddy. I told him earlier, post this on IG, please. I said, on IG, you can have he should be lip syncing to his own single on there tomorrow. I want to see a version of that.
Okay. I'll try and make that happen.
Should I be managing you? I mean, what's going on here?
I think you already are. What are you talking about?
I think I already am. Yeah, exactly. And on that note, well, congratulations on that. I can't wait to hear it. At midnight, I am downloading that.
I'll send it straight over to you.
I am down. I cannot wait. I'm so excited. And yes, music video, please. I can't wait I hope you do a music video. But if not, we'll see something from you. I can't wait.
Oh yeah, definitely some things are coming down the pipeline. I'm very excited about the coming year. So
Nice. Me
Wait and see.
too. I want to announce also that Tags Podcast, we have our 5-year anniversary coming up. It's going to be a two-parter. So many surprises coming at you on the two-part. So we're going to do a two-part live video, just like on this on Get Vocal, beginning February 7th. 7 p.m. Eastern time. So that's a Monday night, Monday, February 7th. Normally, Tags Podcast drops on Tuesday. So you'll get to see all of us live on video the day before. And then it'll drop like it always drops on your podcast, wherever you get your podcasts. But we're doing two parts. One week, we're going to have myself, Kodi, and Jeremy Ross Lopez beginning February 7th. That's Monday night. February 7th, 7 p.m. Eastern time, 4 o'clock Pacific. And then we'll do another part 2, 5-year anniversary, the following week with Lincoln, Kodi, and myself. So lots to celebrate, lots to share with you of new things in the community that we're really starting. That's extra stuff that you're going to really like and want to be a part of. Beyond that, I have to say there's a sale going on right now with our merch. And Kodi, I don't know if you saw, but this tank top is yours. It's a small.
You got my tank top over there.
It's
with
a
my
small,
chicken.
Yeah. And it has your name on it.
Okay.
And right now they're on sale for I think $13. So get that. You can get this T-shirt or the way I've been drinking my morning coffee, Tags Podcast mug, which is super cute. All this great merch is now available. It's on sale till the end of the month, January 30th. Nice. And everything's 35% off. All you got to do is go to tagspodcast.com, click on Tags merch to get your Tags merch. And
nice.
Yeah, great way to celebrate. And you know what I love about our logo is Tags Podcast. You know, we used to be talk about gay sex. And I think that is so, I liked that originally. We're going to have stories like this, but Tags Podcast is always going to be one of those things that you'll be walking down the street and people will be like, what's that? And, you know, you'll decide if you want to share with that person if they're the right fit or not.
It's a conversation starter.
It's a conversation starter. Absolutely. So with that, we got to get into it. Okay, well, let's get into this Kansas story right off the bat.
All right, let's go.
Yeah, let's go. We'll talk about my neighbors later. I was going to go in a different direction, but you know what? Let's get into hot topics. You know, there's a laws against gay sex were ruled unconstitutional long ago in Kansas, which is great, but Kansas won't seem to drop the ban. There's a bill pending in Kansas legislature that would remove language in the state's criminal sodomy law that targets LGBTQ people. And advocates say action is decades past due. So in other words, they passed this years ago. The bill would remove a line from the Kansas criminal sodomy law that makes a sex crime for persons who are 16 or more years of age and members of the same sex. The Supreme Court ruled in Lawrence versus Texas back in 2003 that such laws were unconstitutional. When it comes to something that's just blatantly unconstitutional, there should be agreement that we follow the law, said the bill's sponsor, Representative John Carmichael, a Democrat. We need to repeal it. The bill doesn't change other portions of the sodomy law, and Carmichael says law enforcement has been supportive of the changes for years, yet nothing has happened. It's still, they haven't, even though this law, they put this in, it's still in effect. And I was reading a little bit more into the story. You know, there hasn't been a lot of people that they haven't enforced this law, but they have it's been just a few years ago since they did, like 2015, I think 2013, which really, when you think about it, Kodi, isn't that long.
It's not. I could have been arrested.
No, right. And you know what I also think about is Texas. Recently, Texas came out with that abortion law where another citizen can basically snitch on somebody else that is having an abortion, and they can snitch on somebody else, and that person could then be arrested for having what's quote unquote now an illegal abortion. That could essentially happen. So this, to me, with so much homophobia going on in the country, I mean, it's not like it's stopped, but it's just hate crimes, everything. I mean, the country is in disarray right now.
Yeah.
I could see somebody resurrecting this in Kansas and calling out, like, don't have outdoor sex in Kansas, Kodi. I mean,
don't have any butt sex in Kansas, I guess. You know, I used to live in Kansas, right?
You told me that off-liner, and I was like, what? Dorothy, are you cooking your heels? I can't imagine.
I have the ruby slippers to prove it, honey. I definitely do.
Marcus agreed with me. Okay, Dorothy.
I've never been to the gay club there, but when I would go see my family over there, my grinder would light up. So they are definitely still having gay sex in Kansas.
What time frame did you live in Kansas?
So I was in high school. So I was it's 9th or 10th grade. And so I was just coming into my homosexuality and my sexuality in general. I'm not saying the year, Teddy. So, shady bitch.
But you know, anyway. the funny thing about this though is, Kodi, the law is for 16 and older, so that's high school. So this would incorporate your.
It would have affected me.
Yeah.
Because I would have been there having all the gay sex if I would have stayed there until because we moved to Virginia right after that. So,
right.
I think I was around 16 at that time. So it would not have affected me in that way. But I have a question. Can you just have gay sex under the age of 14? Because I think, Euphoria tells me that you can have sex when you're a teenager still. Like if you're 14 and you have sex with, I think it's just so they can have sex with their cousins or what have you, or Billy Bob's and Joe Best and all that kind of stuff.
Don't go for your former people now. Be careful what you say.
I know. I'm going to get canceled.
It gets me thinking though, like, also, I mean, I guess you didn't really have a chance, and you said you haven't gone out in Kansas. Shout out to Kansas. And where is the marches on the gay pride marches in Kansas that are trying to get this enacted, right? I mean, I would think there would be such an uproar. That would make me nervous just knowing that existed, even if the likelihood that I'm going to, I mean, what goes behind closed doors, no one's going to know, and people are people are fucking, I'm sure.
Like you said, somebody can rat you out. But
somebody could rat you out, and that's what the world we live in right now. Or we talk so much about the desire and love of outdoor sex. I mean, imagine if you got caught
having outdoor sex,
getting fucked in Kansas. I mean, do we need to what's that show on MTV where they go and they do all these crazy things? It's like this. They do crazy things where they get beat. Jackass. Thank you, Teddy. Ridiculousness, Jackass. It almost makes me want to go when I'm healed here.
Okay. All right.
And get fucked outdoors in Kansas and just give the middle finger.
So I can tell you, in Kansas, there are a lot of fields. So you can't find sufficient cover to have sex outside. So it's very flat.
There's
not a lot
bush.
Of trees.
There's no bush or anything.
No, there's not a lot of places to have outdoor gay sex. It's just fields. It's very flat. There's not a whole lot to hide behind.
You're not selling Kansas on me, by the way.
Trust me, I moved for a reason. I complain to my mom
I'm sure there's some lovely parts. We do not, and write into us
from my own experience.
Okay,
I have not seen a part that I really enjoy. Kansas City is pretty nice, and that's where I got a lot of hits on Grindr. But as far as Wichita and Derby is where I lived, which is a suburb of Wichita. It was not.
Well, let us know what life. I want to actually know. I really do. I want to actually know what life is like gay-wise in Kansas. So any listener out there, please write in and we will read it off, or you can join us, because I think. And what do you think about this law that is somewhat enforceable still. Like, are you upset? Like, let us know. And we will report back. So, all right, we've got to move on. Rafael Alencar, I cannot believe, continues to come up on our show so much. I was just talking about him on Tag's podcast the other day about OnlyFans. Shout out to on Tag's podcast the other day when we were talking about what do you want to see on your adult content, and we went on a curveball where we were talking about OnlyFans. Shout out to Nick's Lucky Charms, because he ended up hearing our episode and loved what we had to say. So there's a slight chance he offered that he would be willing to come on the show and talk about his OnlyFans and what he does. And so I love when we talk about people. We were talking about Rafael Alencar on how I follow him on OnlyFans, and
hopefully he calls us up too,
and how I've been with him. This is going to come up in a advice column in a minute, but I used to hire him as a masseur back in the day, and then it went from masseur to rent boy. Which I got the masseur pricing now, Kodi. So that was the deal back in the day. Back in the day, that was the thing. If you wanted to go, you would go for a porn star that offered a massage. Not nowadays, because they all have OnlyFans. You would go for a porn star that had a massage advertised an advertisement.
Okay, Madonna.
You would go for that, and you would get, and the likelihood, and you would pay that massage price, which was significantly lower than what you would pay on the rent boy pricing, but you would get, you'd get like a 2-for-1er, and it was like the way to go. That you can't do that anymore. It's just,
why not?
Because most of the porn stars now are all on OnlyFans, and they don't need to put themselves up on these sites anymore. It's just
still
it's
a need out there. There's a need there. I think we should fill that hole right there with some people.
Oh, I need this hole filled like there's no tomorrow. But it's got a date on it for spring. A launch date. It also has an expiration date too that I can't miss. So we got to get that going.
We got to get it all right.
Back to the story. I feel like we need to talk about the story. This is crazy. Rafael Alencar was on a recent podcast. Did you get the name of the podcast?
It is.
He let loose.
Mark McNamara's
Discretion Advised Podcast.
That's it.
Mark McNamara's Discretion Advised Podcast. Is he celebrating 5 years? I think not. We'll check. Alencar. So Rafael was on the show, and he was talking about his days as a sex worker. So we're talking about the days when I knew of him. And in the clips of the episode posted on social media, Alencar speaks openly about sex handlers, NDAs, and a certain Hollywood actor who he alleges did bad things to the guys he used to hire. We're about to tell you who those Hollywood... It's more than one, actually. He says he didn't pay... he claims that this actor that he had that hired him didn't pay over 100 people. And Alencar said before bringing up another famous actor's alleged tryst, there was all these people on this podcast, including Tamara Judge who
was funny. She was really funny.
Truth be told, I used to watch Real Housewives of Orange County back in the day, the old ones, and I used to love Tamara Judge. So to see her on here with all these gay men on this McNamara podcast with Rafael was kind of fun. The edit was really great. I will post this. I promise I will post this on TAGSPodcast.com when this drops tomorrow on the 27th of January. Should we just tell the people who Rafael sends?
I don't know if we should.
No, we're just saying what was
what
said
they said
on this.
Allegedly, according to Rafael
You tell. You got. I'm handing you the baton because now it's going to come out of your voice, and we get sued. It's you. So go ahead, Kodi. Who did they say?
Tom Cruise and Patrick Swayze. Which
wait, not Tom Cruise. I thought it was
Tom Cruise and John Travolta. Because what happened was they changed Tom Cruise's name to Ron Ruse and Ron Revolta. They changed it. And I was Googling Ron Ruse for like 35 minutes. It was so ridiculous. I was like, who is Ron Ruse? I've never heard of this man before.
So is it both? So is it three people that we are in the story about?
Yes. John Travolta, who allegedly did not pay his rent, I don't know.
But he's the one that didn't pay.
Exactly. He's the one that
allegedly, very Kathy Griffin, very Kathy Griffin.
And allegedly, Rafael Alencar went to Tom Cruise's home, and he didn't know that it was Tom Cruise's home. And he said that Katie Holmes knew that he was doing these things with.
Is that who he said? I couldn't hear the wife at the time. I didn't know if it was Nicole Kidman or.
I went and watched the whole thing because I was like, I have to know who Ron Ruse is.
Interesting. I should have asked her too. Katie Holmes used to, at one point, lived in my building, and I used to see her in the elevators. Oh. Yeah, and this is right after the split. I wish I would have known. I could have got the tea back in the day.
You could have waited and had a cocktail with her and got the whole story.
Okay, but here's the thing. There's a lot to unpack on this. Let's just talk about the celebrities real quick. Okay. We've all heard Scientology. We've all heard about Travolta. We've all heard about Tom Cruise. Yes. So I kind of believe it now. The thing about Travolta, though, it's like, if you don't want to get caught, pay your bill. That's the whole thing.
Where there's smoke, there's fire.
What Rafael, yes, exactly. And what Rafael talks about is these handlers, which I believe, because there's all these great documentaries you can watch. I'll find them. And there's one really good one that Ryan Murphy kind of takes this story and puts it into, what was that limited series he did about Hollywood? Yeah.
It was so good.
So there's a whole gas station scene where there's a guy that runs the gas station that gets all these Hollywood actors back in the day and hooks them up with boys. And that is a real life story of a real life guy that really did happen in Hollywood. So there's not that much.
That's just said.
Yeah. You got to do Hollywood by Madonna. Everybody goes to Hollywood. As your next
cover.
Your next cover. I mean, do you love that song?
I do love that song. I love Madonna, but I probably wouldn't cover that one. I would cover something else.
Okay, all right. Anyways, as we digress.
True Blue. Okay, sorry. Okay. And Cherish is my favorite.
Okay, we got it, Kodi.
Okay.
But the thing is, when he threw in Patrick Swayze, as you said, really in the name of dancing, in the name of Dirty Dancing.
They were doing some dirty dancing somewhere else, another kind of dirty dancing. They were having the time of their lives for sure.
So there's that. I mean, may he rest in peace. I love Patrick Swayze. I've always loved Patrick Swayze. I just have. I was shocked about that. I really don't feel like Rafael is lying on this. I don't know that he has any reason to. I've literally met the guy. I've talked about it on this show. He is the nicest guy that I've met before. I used to work in video production at the time, and I would go see him for massage that then went on to but I paid that massage price. And we would
like
sit.
Tom Cruise.
So after,
allegedly,
after my massage, after I got pounded with that huge dick, and I can understand why he would be a favorite amongst Hollywood. Like Kodi, if you're a Hollywood actor and you're trying to be discreet, you're going to go to the creme de la creme, right? You're going to go to find me the biggest dick, hottest guy, porn star out there. You're not going to go for like a porn star that is hot but maybe doesn't have a big dick. Like you're going to go for the big, like give me the biggest ass, the biggest dick. out there, and one of the names out there would
maybe
be Rafael.
not me. Probably the biggest.
If I wanted to, okay, you could also go for Rafael, but because he's got a big butt.
He does have a huge butt, doesn't he?
He does, and so I think what was shocking about it is his community, what he told in this podcast about handlers. But I believe that because that's an age-old thing, right? Keep your Hollywood actors happy but keep it on the DL. Well, the only other thing that was kind of shocking was, were you surprised at how open he was to just disseminate this information?
Not really, because they kind of pulled it out of him a little bit. Like, he was ready to share, trust me. But at a certain point, he was like, I can only talk about the people that will not be able to sue me. So basically the people that are deceased, like Patrick Swayze. But
what about Travolta?
They egged him. I have a joke for that, but his career is dead.
Okay.
No, I'm sorry. That was a joke. So, but they basically pulled it out of him, and they didn't have to do very much pulling because they probably had heard these stories before. But Tamara was very, very uncomfortable. She was very scared of being sued by these people. And
well, first of all, she's a straight woman talking about gay porn in Hollywood, and she already got blacklisted from the Real Housewives of OC. So she's like, now what? Like, now I'm like talking about Scientologists that had gay sex.
Yeah.
I mean, in the name of Leah Remini, I mean, she's freaking out, I'm sure.
I'm sure.
I don't know. I think it's bold. I think Rafael has nothing to lose. Like I said, those were those days. Even when I hired, well, scratch that. Even when I was with Rafael, those days don't happen anymore. He's no longer on those sites anymore. It's all about OnlyFans. He is so successful with that. He doesn't have a lot to lose. So why not spill the tea and create a little buzz? We're talking about it, and it's only going to drive more traffic and more coin to his OnlyFans. So he's got nothing to lose.
I don't know if Rentman is... I think it might still be a thing, actually.
No, Rentman is. He's just not on it, I don't think, anymore. And many of the porn stars are not on it because they don't need to be. They don't need to do that.
I would have to do some investigation on that.
You do that as we move on to our next topic. But don't do it now because this next topic... Don't do it now because this next topic has your name all over it. It's a latest TikTok trend that I think... It's got Kodi's name all over it.
Okay.
So TikTok, currently there's a trend where guys are putting their chests out there and kind of flexing their chest muscles one at a time if you can do it. Two at a time, even better. But they're doing it to the remix song mashup of will.i.am's Big and Chunky. Do you know that song? I played it for you a little bit offline.
You played it for me, but
it's
I wasn't really
it's
familiar
cute.
with it before.
It's cute.
It is cute.
And they're doing it to that song, and most of the guys in the TikTok trend have beautiful chests or chunky chests. And what they do is they show a close-up of them, and then they unzip her down very seductively. Yeah. And they might pump up one chest. I don't think I can do. I'm not even going to do it right now because I'm not currently working out my chest.
I'm not wearing the right shirt for this.
That's okay because you need to do it like with your single. I think you should do it with your brand new single release. Yes. And tease the people. But first of all, are you for this trend and do you like it?
I very rarely go on TikTok, but it looks like I need to become a more regular user if this is what they're doing over there, because this was hot. And I would look so hot doing it. I just have to put that out there. You know that I can do the titty bounce thing, the chest bounce.
Do it now. Do it now.
I don't have the right shirt on for it. Oh, I planned horribly for this, so I should have planned better. But Teddy says I should pull up my shirt. Okay, I will. Here we go.
Dude, give us a little test. Listeners, you're missing out on this one. Move the mic. Move the mic.
Oh, you can't see it. The mic's in the way.
Ooh. Boom, 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 chicka boom, 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 chicka boom, boom, boom. Are those your real chests?
That is my real chest.
That looks like a plate from Real House. I mean, from Drag
From
Race.
Drag Race?
From Drag Race. Did you put a plate on? Did you put a breast?
That's my real chest.
Okay. I mean, really, I believe it. This has got your name
The
all
real nipples,
over
too.
it. She's pumping. Yeah, you've been pumping. Or Joe's been sucking. I don't know. One of the two. Hey. I think it's got your name all over it. I think it's pretty good. I'm all for it. I thought it sounded so stupid and cheesy when I first heard about it. Some of these trends, but then I started watching the videos and I immediately got over my uppity attitude over that and slapped myself in the face and was like, oh my God, it's like, yeah. And the right one, I mean, that all of them had their take on it, which is kind of cool. So that'll be your key to find your take on how you want to give us the pump with that.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
I'm putting it on my resume. The booty, the chest. The chest.
See what job you get out of that. Are you going on OnlyFans or Redboy? Because if
or masseuse,
this should be.
I'm a masseuse, okay? Air quotes.
Okay. Hey guys, your buddy Steve V here, host of Talk About Gay Sex, and I'm here to talk about clean balls and why it's so important, especially as we come upon Valentine's Day. Well, you know, even if you're like myself this V-Day and you're your own V-Day celebration, that's right, I am keeping things clean down under, not letting things get out of whack. It's just so important to feel good for yourself. And I know I'm cleaner down there when I'm Manscaped. That's just the truth. That's the honest truth. If the holidays went by so quickly, did you remember to take care of your package with the best tools for the job? The thing that works for me best is Manscaped's Performance Package 4.0. You get everything in this by Manscaped. Every guy needs this in their life to make each and every day just a little more special. I'm talking about the number one product in the package, which is the Lawnmower 4.0. It's an electric trimmer designed to trim hair on loose skin. And get this, the trimmer's advanced skin-safe technology reduces cuts and nicks on your delicate balls. I use this all the time. It has a 4000K LED spotlight so you can shave anywhere where your heart desires. Did I mention it's waterproof? So important. This package also includes the Weed Whacker, also important, nose and ear hair trimmer to whack all the worst of your weeds. Manscaped even threw in 2 free gifts. I'm talking about the Shed Travel Bag and the anti-chafing boxer briefs to keep your boys stored comfortably. To complete the perfect package for your package are liquid formulations. Boy, I love these. The Crop Preserver Ball Deodorant and Crop Reviver Ball Toner. Start your day off with the deodorant for your boys. Then stay cool all day with toner to keep you feeling your best all day and night. These are working for me so well these days. These formulations will also have your balls smelling like king of the big day. And don't forget to smell good not only around your balls, but all over. Made with your signature scent, the Manscaped Refined Cologne will complement your collection with smell perfection. Manscaped created their products for a night just like this and will make your V-Day date say, wow, great set of balls you have there. So here you go. Go to Manscaped for our exclusive offer to get 20% off plus free shipping with the code TAGS, THES. Your balls and guy will thank you. Get 20% off again, plus free shipping with the code TAGS, TAGS, at manscaped.com. All right. Well, we love to give advice, and we had somebody write into us, and I love what they wrote. We want to hear from you, too. So if you've got advice for this person, let me just read it. Hey, guys, I know you like to answer listeners' questions about all things sex on your podcast. We do. I'm an essential worker in New York City and have been working tirelessly throughout the entire pandemic. I identify as an out bisexual cis male in my 40s. Throughout the pandemic, I've been ignoring my sexual desires and putting them on the back burner, partly because I'm so overworked, and partly because I haven't been able to navigate dating and hookups the past 2 years. My question is, I think a massage would be great for me, specifically an erotic massage. I've had massages in the past, but only Swedish or deep tissue at spas where the massage therapist worked for a spa, and obviously you tip. So he wants to know, how would I go about finding a legit erotic massage therapist? Legit erotic Well, we'll figure it out. Is it customary to tip an independent massage therapist who works for themselves? What should I expect? I haven't dipped my toe in the pond yet because I literally don't know anyone who has done it, and I want to be safe, respectful, and have a great experience. Any advice would be greatly appreciated. Yeah. Oh, I have so much to say on this one, but
I bet you do.
I do. Let me start this a little bit with okay, let's go with the people. Marcus says always tip. Yes, always
tip. I agree.
The one factor that, you can go on sites like Masseur Finder as one example, and typically a lot of these masseurs are working for themselves. So the fee that they're going to charge you is going to go only to them, not to, say, a business. So they're getting it all. That being said, a little extra tip on top of it doesn't hurt. If it's a $80 massage, for example, what would you give, Kodi?
$16, $20. I would give $20. Make it an even 100.
Oh wow, look at you. Okay, yeah,
I'm a good tipper.
I guess you are. Yes, that's really good. Okay, so yeah, why not just so find those ones. That's always a great one if you can find 100, 80. If it's $100 massage, tip 120, right? Or something like that. So
I think that sounds about right.
Yeah. So that's the other thing. The other thing to know about when you're looking at masseurs, like on Masseur Finder, is there's therapeutic, there's sensual, and then
I'm learning so much right now.
And then there's erotic, right?
Okay.
The one thing that you might want to do, the obvious thing that you might think that you would do, is go for the erotic one or the sensual one. But what I would advise you to do is there are masseurs out there that can give a nice hybrid massage of therapy / sensual. So in other words, you're going to get a happy ending at the end of the massage.
Okay.
All what you don't want is to find a guy that only has all these hot pictures up there and you read the reviews. So the other thing is read the reviews. Okay. If some of those erotic masseurs sometimes think that they're just going to get by their body and the dick, and they're just going to do a little kneading, like you're kneading some dough for Christmas. And then they're just going to try and want to jack you off. And 10 minutes later, in an hour massage, they're out the door and you owe them all this money. You want this to be, and I'm using air quotes, an experience. Find the ones.
I was like, I could do that job.
Find the ones that can do a nice hybrid, that they got some good reviews, that they give like a nice massage. They know a little bit about the muscle and the body, and that it will ultimately lead to some sensuality. You're going to have the best experience with that because you're going to get, it's like foreplay. When you hire somebody, you don't want to just open the door, spread your ass, and have them slide that dick right in. No. You want to elongate the experience. And I use experience not lightly. And you want to maximize your time. This is your time. You want somebody that knows what they're doing. So look for those guys that have a nice hybrid of massage that will lead into sensuality.
Okay.
And I've had a lot of that. Right? I'm just saying. What are the people saying? And what are you saying, Kodi?
They so Silas
Yes, you
says
clear your throat.
I wrote all that down, so
Okay.
I was too busy writing. I can't be reading. Silas says for a regular massage, sure. A little more if there's fluid involved. And Teddy says erotic is definitely the kind of massage that Steve got in the 90s. Teddy also says it's 100 for a handy J noop. I don't know what a noop is. I'm sorry. And
Nope. Oh, he's saying nope. It's like $100 for I think.
Okay. Can you elaborate for us a little bit, Teddy? And Teddy also goes, Steve, are you very into You're very into foreplay, right? And that's for you. Are you very into foreplay?
Well, I just think that this guy, just to go back to what the guy wrote in, is really
he wants to relax. Yeah.
Thank you.
And he needs a release.
Thank you. And he's overworked, and he's one of our frontliners. And by the way, thank you for being one of our frontliners, because I know you've been in the hospital a little bit with some family and friends recently, and I have been in the hospital, and it's nuts in there right now. If you're just trying to get a procedure like I am for my ankle, it's crazy because you're competing with all these COVID nut jobs it's really nuts. And so we really want to just thank you first and foremost for writing in, but also for what you do. But beyond that, I think he just wants to relax.
To get to your question. Yes.
To get to your question. And when you want to relax like that, I love that. I think that's really
need somebody that will do a good job and will focus mainly on you.
Yes.
I agree with you 100%.
Yes. Yeah. And I think make it a fun time to, so like Masseur Finder is one of them. There used to be Massage M for M. Sorry, Silas, if that's a 90s website, I don't know, but we will look at it. But make it a fun experience to find your masseur. So I sometimes go on some of these Masseur Finders just to see he got me really, in the mix of wanting to find one. And I make it a fun night of just after a night of working in the front line, have a glass of wine and go through them all, but really read all of the fine print and read the reviews. There's nothing wrong with communicating with your potential massage therapist, and asking what they offer and what you want. They will tell you. And if you don't get the response you want, don't hire them. As a little treat, as we're going through this. Question. Oh, you have a question, and as you ask that question, I'm just Kodi. I'm going to put somebody I was looking up who's a therapeutic one that I want to hire in the chat, just so people can look at somebody I'm looking at.
You are giving the kids.
I would hire this guy. I'm giving the kids. Check out somebody that I'm really anxious to hire soon, but you only get this if you're watching live. But what's your question?
My question to you is, so my boyfriend gives me most of my erotic massages. So what kind of tip do you think I should give him?
Okay. So the thing about an erotic massage is no one wants wham, bam, thank you, ma'am. Somebody said, oh, I like foreplay. It is kind of foreplay. What you're going to learn, what you can teach him is the power of touch, as we've had so many people on our show talk about it. Use the time wisely for Joe to learn about your body, not the parts he loves, but really explore all of your body and the power of touch. It's going to ignite so many feelings in your body just because he's touching you in all these areas. I mean, I'm talking behind the knee, in the upper core of your groin, and staying there for a minute, caressing your balls. I mean, and then start to try some massage techniques. And, and the thing is, because you love each other, he can communicate with you. You can say, is this right? Is this not? And then when he gets around to it, it can lead to ultimate release, and you guys can fuck, and it'll be great. But it can be so fun and date night. It's so funny. So I put that in the mix of the guy that I'm looking at that I want to massage. And yes, Teddy, he's currently in LA. Maybe you could hire him and let me know.
We got Teddy and Cyrus in LA, so they can both hire him, and we can get a whole. We can get multiple opinions going.
I think he's really hot. What do you think, Teddy? I mean, I would. He offers the guy that I'm looking at hot as fuck. Teddy says, "Yeah,
yes, he did."
Gives a Thai massage, and I love his look. Did you look at him?
I'm looking at him right now. Oh my God, he's gorgeous.
Okay, I'm just saying. This is who I will put. Well, I'll see if I post this on TAGSPodcast for you listening audience to see if you want to see who I want to hire. He will be back in New York though. After his LA stint. So maybe somebody in LA can hire him. Maybe I will post this on TAGSPodcast and somebody could give me a review before I get to him, right? Be my guinea pig. I'm so shady ass like that.
I think that's a challenge for all our listeners. Yes.
It's a challenge. Yes. All right. We've got to move on. Oh my gosh. We spent so much time on these. Are so much fun topics. All right. Somebody on a Reddit thread caught my interest because he wrote he's going to his first gay bathhouse and he has so many questions. I'm going to my first gay bathhouse next week. Any suggestions? What do I wear? What don't I wear? Is there a locker? Is a locker better than a room? Should I bring towels? No, child, don't bring a towel. They have them there. And what are you going to bring? So like your condoms? I really want to have a good time, but I'm nervous and not sure what to do. First of all, posted by Mark the Shark 05. Don't bring a towel. They have towels for you there. They're super skimpy normally, but this is going to sound really bad. Like this is going to sound, well, first of all, you don't even need to roll up. You know, they're so cheap at these bathhouses that they're so rough and ready. And they're like a mini skirt to be had anyway. I mean, imagine if they gave you this on Project Runway and said, make it work. What are you going to make out of this? Nothing, right? I mean, a loin. Yeah, exactly. So don't bring a towel because this is going to sound really bad, but this is the one time you don't really want to stand out in that way. So don't bring like your own towel that's like fluorescent pink, that's going down to your ankles.
Your beach towel. You have hiked up to your nipples. No, don't do that.
Okay, do not do that. This is the one time to use what they have, use the loincloth that they have to offer and make it work. But one thing you could do that, you know, not to get gross or anything, but bring a pair of flip-flops. And
flip-flops. Oh my God, yes.
You don't want to catch anything in that area. You know what I'm talking about. We don't need to go into it.
Sorry, I already went in there.
But in the name of walking around, everybody walks around with a backpack these days, and it's just so easy to just carry a pair of flip-flops in there. And yeah, you can take it off if your feet are in the air like I do when you're getting pounded. But yeah, do that. And you definitely rent a room. It was his other question versus a locker, if you can. Now, there's some different ways you can go about this. Go on the website because all the websites for bathhouses have the pricing, and there's some deals to be had, Kodi. You can get deals on off times. And for example, in Paris, when I'm often in Paris, in La Marais, there's a bunch of bathhouses aren't looked upon like maybe they are here. And they're much more prevalent, and people go to them like after work, and they're really hot. There, I've gone to them and just got a locker because it was no big deal, and I've often gone like on a weekday after work. I wasn't working, but they were working, and it was super busy, and it was really great. Here in the States, get a room and go on the weekend if you can, because it's really not that much more to get a room. You'll be able to kind of store your backpack and all your stuff and and then leave the room when you want to. Sometimes these rooms have TVs and porn going, and you'll you have a little safe space to go to.
Yes.
I don't know, Kodi. What are your thoughts
A
on
little retreat.
And what are the people saying?
So Blake says if you need magnums, you might want to bring your own because they usually charge for magnums, but all regular size condoms are for free, and that's a great tip. Teddy says that there's syphilis on the floor, which I will have to do some research on because I don't know if that's true. But Teddy and Blake want to go with us to the I might not be able to go. Check with my boyfriend first to Paris so we can go to the bathhouse.
So maybe we need to have a Tags podcast, a Tags field trip to Paris. I like that idea. You know, we were talking offline, Kodi, and we were talking about PV, Puerto Vallarta, and you were recently there. There's a great bathhouse in Puerto Vallarta, right where all the bars and clubs, Spartacus. And I haven't been yet. I really want to go. I think when we were there, when it opened, was the height of COVID. But you were there with some friends.
I was there.
And what happened?
They enjoyed themselves, and I was very happy that they enjoyed themselves. My boyfriend was with me, and he hasn't been to a bathhouse just yet. And he was very interested in going, but I was a little bit wary about going to a bathhouse when I knew people at the actual bathhouse. I've been with friends before, but we completely avoided one another. One of those friends is in this room.
You know, it's funny you say that because going on field trips with friends to those kind of places sound good in theory, but don't always really work.
It can get uncomfortable.
Yeah, totally. I remember there's a sex club in LA, and I think it's still there in Hollywood. It's a sex club, not a bathhouse. I forget the name of it, you LA boys. Let me know. It's like 3 or 4 floors. It's a whole maze. I really love it. But we went once with a group of us. I believe it was one of my co-hosts, Jeremy, some friends in LA, and we brought a guy who's bisexual and really young that wanted to explore. So he was sort of our person that we were taking under our wings. But I gathered all of us in the beginning of the maze and said, all right, you all, here we go. I'm giving you the lowdown on what you can expect. If you want, I will give you a tour of the place. I will answer any questions for the next 5 minutes, but we will all meet here, including
you said
you,
a question
newbie.
and answer portion. That's crazy.
I said we will all, and I said we will all meet here in 1 hour. And I'm looking at the clock. If you are not here, I will come and find you and grab you by the balls and drag you. And we all checked in with each other in 1 hour because it was a maze. We were all didn't really run into each other. I think one time I went around the corner in the maze and I was like, oops, the wrong, I don't need to see that. Valerie Cherish. And then, but it all worked out and it worked, but not always the case in a bathhouse and not always the best thing to do a field trip with your friends to a bathhouse. Just, I don't know.
It can get uncomfortable, but I definitely would like to go and experience
the zone, Blake. The zone, yes. Thank you very much. The zone in LA. I love the zone. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Maybe we can, when we go to Paris, he and I can go, and then you can take Blake and Teddy.
Okay. I love it. Silas said it's seedy as fuck, laughing out loud.
The zone is.
I mean, what are we talking about here? We're not talking about a tea house.
Aren't all bathhouses a little bit seedy, though?
I mean, yeah,
they have
exactly.
That element in the air. I read on the Reddit line that one time this guy got his hair came in, which is not a bad thing if you're consenting.
Wait, he got what?
Somebody, I guess he didn't like somebody there and he rejected him, and that guy came in his hair.
That is so random.
Rude.
I mean, did he have long flowing hair?
I have no idea. I would like to ask him. I would like to.
Blake says apparently
more.
Apparently the zone closed in LA. Oh, I hope not. Damn it. But Blake also says if you get a room, this is good advice too for thank you. Back to what our advice. If you
Yes.
get a room, you can always nap, recharge for a while, and then go for another round. What is this, the 70s? I mean, yeah, you could spend all day in some of these places.
I've heard of people spending all day in those places. And
there's
I've
a
spent a
place.
significant amount of time, like overnight.
Let me tell you something. Yeah, there's places in Spain, in Barcelona, that I went to once that had a pool and food. You could order food in a bar.
No. Who's ordering food in the bathhouse?
I wasn't, but there were people sitting around, and we spent quite a good amount of time at this one place. It was really amazing. And I could see, I mean, yeah, you could actually spend, I mean, I don't know what kind of food you're getting. We're not talking about, tapas in Barcelona, but it was pretty, but you could get a cocktail, and I mean, yeah, I was for it.
A cocktail in that place, but I could not see ordering any food. Well, I wonder where I would have to go to the kitchen specifically and say, okay, all right, this meets my standards.
I want you to read what Blake just wrote.
Blake says, ooh, the Hollywood spot also closed now. Used to have an amazing chicken quesadilla. It's obvious I'm a top. Okay, Blake. I mean, the
fact that you know that they had a chicken quesadilla is amazing to me.
Marcus said that it's like eating food at the strip club, and I was going to mention that because the food in the strip club is so good sometimes. So,
are you kidding me? Really?
No, it's so good, especially in the South. Strip clubs in the South have amazing food.
Oh my God, wings! There used to be a place in Hollywood too. It was kind of a what was the place in Hollywood? You guys can help me out here. It was a mixed lesbian gay club in like Hawthorne area. Maybe not Hawthorne. And they had chicken wings, and it was like R&B, soul, hip hop, gay spot. It was so good. And they had chicken wings too. I mean, I don't know. Food in the club.
What city is this again?
LA.
Oh,
I forget what it was called. I'll find it out. We'll figure it out.
Okay, let us know.
I don't know that we have time to do. We don't have time, do we?
I don't think we have time.
Not tonight. This has been really fun.
We can do it next week, or
we'll do it next week. Yes, I feel like we've given a great advice on where to go and all that. Kansas City, though. We want to hear from you, though. Let us know where to go in Kansas City or in Kansas, right? I mean, yeah, I want to know.
The whole state, yeah.
The whole state.
Oklahoma, we can include them too.
Absolutely. We're not going to read what Silas just wrote. You can always follow my co-host, Kodi Maurice Doggette. He's a life coach. Follow him at KMD Coaching or Miss. Yeah.
We're not going to do the thirst trap?
Oh, I thought you didn't want to do it.
Oh, okay.
Oh, let's do it.
Let's do it. Let's do it.
Okay,
I thought you would skip the other story. I'm sorry.
Oh no. Can you put it in the?
Of course I will.
Okay,
I'm always down for the thirst trap.
Oh, right. Then I'm pouring some more wine if we're playing.
Okay.
All right. Hey, I didn't know we're still playing. I misunderstood you. See the power of live video here. We're playing. All right. Guess what, you guys? Thirst Trap by Straight Up Gay Porn is back.
Yeah,
that's right. They're back for 2022. And, they picked their favorite last year out of all of them, which were the Thirst Trap King. What's his name? Bo Butler. And so we are back for the next several months doing Thirst Trap. Who picked the best? This week is 19 gay porn stars, and who took the best photo or video?
Yes.
I have to say, Kodi, for a beginning of this segment that they've done, they picked some stellar subjects that are so
coming in.
I'm thirsting.
2022.
I am so hungry and thirsty. I don't know if it's just because I've been held up for this leg, but some good ones. Starting, I'm just going to do a deep dive. John Clyde is the first one. John Clyde is sitting here with beautiful full lips, perfectly coiffed.
Those
eyes and those oh my gosh, those arms and those thick thighs and that thick dick is just like
Yes.
sitting there with his iPhone, his current iPhone that I have too. That's why we know it's new. But but there's some really good ones. The one thing that we were laughing at, who made the cut again, is Idolo Andrade. I don't know why we're hating on it. Offline, we were like, him again. We shouldn't even be that way because he's so hot and we love him. And he should be.
We love him, but we've seen a lot of him.
He should be carried over across the T and dot the I because he's that fabulous and amazing. And that uncut cock is beautiful. I'm just going to say, but coming in for me, Kane Fox, who has a video. Did you see that video of Kane Fox?
I did watch it. Yeah,
he writes, plenty of room on this couch for one or more. Who's going to come and watch TV with me? Hey, I will come and watch TV with you, Kane Fox. It's kind of what all I'm doing right now. As he strokes his cock.
He looks like he needs help stroking it. So, and you can do that on the couch.
I could totally do. Tate Hansen, who goes by they or them, come suck me off while I game. So he's a gamer, and you know we're starting a new things coming for Tag's 5-year anniversary. We're starting a Discord community, which is a gaming platform where you'll be able to talk with us. One of the previews you're going to get, yeah, it's going to be fun, but it's typically used for gamers. And this guy is wearing one of those headsets with the Madonna mic coming out that only gamers use, or Madonna or Janet back in the day. And I'm kind of living for that moment as he's doing that, as he's sniffing his armpit, jerking up his cock with the gamer Madonna Janet Jackson headset.
You know those mics were never live, right?
Oh, shut up. Yes, they were. I don't even go there. Janet Jackson. Just saying,
you said it twice. I let it pass by the first time.
This Friday night, Janet Jackson documentary. I am.
Oh my God, I cannot wait. I'm so excited.
Okay, you better shut it up. Okay. Owen,
I love them, but
Owen Hawk comes in next with for me, Feeling Like a Top Tonight. I didn't even know who Owen Hawk was, and he's super hot. I don't know, but get to the one that we both were like on par with.
Sherrick and Austin Avery.
Sharok, I think it's Sharok.
Is it Sharok? Okay.
I don't know. Sharok. I think it's Sharok.
Sharok.
Is it like Barack Obama?
That's kind of like halfway between what you
I think it's like Barack Obama, like Sharok.
Let's go with it. If Sharok, if you're listening, if you can just let us know how your name is pronounced.
People like everyone's like Stefan. Stefan, when I get in my Uber, I'm like, it's Steven, but we'll go with Stefan. But
I'm still calling you Stefan. So
it's Stefan to you, bitch.
Like Steve Urkel. Okay, all right. So Sharok and Austin Avery, they are what looks to be in Puerto Vallarta in an outdoor pool. They're skinny dipping. It's my favorite picture. They both look so gorgeous. So they're so toned and tan. I cannot wait for this video to come out. They're both two of my favorite porn stars. And it's
Sharok looks so delicious. Sharok. First of all, like hopefully we were right. And he's in one of our favorite spots, Puerto Vallarta.
Yes.
Where I will be all year long. But I mean, beyond all that, he is just, if we were just to break down the body, he's so proportioned.
Immaculate.
I mean, immaculate conception.
And his face is gorgeous.
Yeah.
A nice fat cock. Ooh. Okay. Did that come out?
I almost pulled out my headset with that. Yeah. Who's anybody? Is that your favorite? That's my ultimate favorite.
Oh, we agree. We almost never agree, but we agree this week. That is my favorite. Yes.
Anybody else like anybody else out there?
Marcus says Owen gets his vote. Idolo for Silas. Colton Reese for Teddy. and Tate is his second.
You guys are picking people that have been up there for a while. We have Colton and Italo have been up there. And that's but you know what? But I think we're being a little hatery. We're being a little haterish because if you're that fabulous, wouldn't you want to carry over into the next year? And we shouldn't be penalizing these people because they're that hot that they made it into the next year. So slap on me.
We need to look at it with new, fresh eyes.
If Silas says if it works, and why mess up a bad thing?
Teddy said he's a loyal man.
I bet Teddy really is. No one should be penalized. Penal.
Some people should be penalized.
I want to be penalized soon. Okay. And on that note, I already gave follow Kodi at Mr. Maurice. So hopefully, are you going to do that chest TikTok?
I did it here already.
No, but we want the real thing.
Okay. If the fans want it, yes. At
Mr. Maurice, and check out his brand new single. It's a remake of Aaliyah's If You're say it.
If Your Girl Only Knew by Jack Tracy. Featuring
at midnight
Kodi
tonight.
Yes.
I cannot wait. So much fun. Follow us on TikTok at TAGSPodcast or on Instagram at TAGSPodcast. And then in the meantime, continue having hot gay sex. Yes.
More than 1 in 3 people will face cancer in their lifetime. Unfortunately, fear can stop you from getting your cancer screening, but it won't stop cancer. Early detection can save your life. Don't wait for symptoms to appear to act. Cancer screening is safe, effective, and accessible for everyone, including free or low-cost screening programs. Go to cancerscreeninfo.com right now for free screening resources and recommendations from the American Cancer Society. Don't wait. Early detection can save your life. Go to cancerscreeninfo.com today. cancerscreeninfo.com.
Everyone loves shopping online. Well, I'm going to tell you what I tell my golf buddies when they buy clubs. Stop searching for coupon codes. Download Capital One Shopping to your computer. Capital One Shopping instantly searches for available coupon codes and automatically applies them at checkout. Plus, it's free, and you don't even need a Capital One card to use it. That's like hitting a hole-in-one without even trying. Capital One Shopping. It's kind of genius. What's in your wallet?
Savings and available coupons vary.